Some of you have seen me do a bag change and have had the opportunity to see my stoma. But have you ever wondered what it's like to care for my stoma? Well, if you have, I'm here to answer that question today. And Rebecca had a question. So I will share Rebecca's question and I will answer the question. Just remember, I'm not a medical professional. I'm here sharing from my own personal experience. So Rebecca asked, can you talk about how to care for your stoma to avoid infection, for instance? But also, what other things do you need to be aware of? Does your doctor need to monitor on a regular basis, or is it just part of your regular checkup routine? Well, first, let me explain, Rebecca, that it is my responsibility now that I have gone through the post-surgery process and it's been months later. It's my responsibility to monitor my stoma, to watch for skin irritation, anything that might appear to be an infection, swelling, redness, or anything like that. Should that happen, I have a wound and ostomy care nurse, and I would reach out to her to inform her of the infection or skin irritation or whatever the problem is. And if she's not available, especially say it's at the middle of the night or whatever, then I would use urgent care or emergency, especially for blockages. So far, I have not had any skin irritation, no infection, or any problems with my stoma or the skin around my stoma. Meanwhile, what I would do is I'm going to share with you some of the things that I think is very important, and I'm sharing again from my own experience. The first thing would be to keep my stoma and the skin around my stoma clean. And there are products that are specifically made for me to do that. And one of the products that I use when I'm taking my bag off is adhesive remover spray. And this spray is alcohol. All the products are alcohol free. So it's alcohol free. And what I do, as you've seen in the bag change, is I spray this on, and this helps the bag to come away from my skin without tearing my skin. Then, after I have taken my bag off, I will clean all the residue from my output and any residue that's left from the barrier ring that I utilized to protect my skin when I put my clean bag on. So sometimes there's some residue from this barrier ring. Most of it comes off with the bag, but there may be some that's still sticking to the skin. And so with that, I'll use my regular handy dandy wipes that I get from Amazon, but I also will sometimes use an adhesive remover wipe. I also use the spray. Sometimes I just spray the spray on and wipe the skin with the wipes or the other wipes that I just showed you. I use a two-piece bag, so I'm always going to be talking about the flange. So the flange, just in case you don't remember what it is, this is the part that sticks to my body. This is the flange, and my bag attaches to this. Another important thing to know is that your flange should be the size that fits your stoma almost perfectly, because it will keep you from having leakages. So with the two-piece, the flange in the bag, this is to my stoma side, and it's pre-cut. So some people use bags that are not pre-cut and they cut them themselves, and it's usually a one piece. And sometimes I use the one piece. So as you can see, I have cut around for my stoma sides, and that's another reason why you need the barrier ring, because this jagged edge could be irritating to the stoma. So you have your barrier ring. So it's going to protect your skin from any output, but it's also going to protect your stoma from the jagged edges because, we just don't always cut straight. So also, before I put on a clean bag, after I've cleaned and wiped and everything is clean and dry, I use a skin barrier wipe. And so this goes around the stoma, the skin around the stoma, before I apply the barrier ring and the flange. So that's how I do it. Different people do different things different ways. Some people are more experienced and they just know exactly what they're doing. I'm only 8 months in, but I'm getting there and I've had no problems thus far. Also, I am very careful about what I eat. I can basically eat anything that I want, but I have to make sure that I'm not ingesting any seeds, any skin, any casings, or anything that can block my stoma. I've been told not to eat pineapples, which is my favorite thing, so I haven't even attempted that. But I love pickles, so I take all the skin off the pickle and I take all of the seeds out of the pickle, and whatever's left of that pickle is what I eat. They tell you, certain things like onions and different foods can cause gas. I'm okay with gas. I would just burp my back. So I'm okay with that. But things that would block my stoma is what I'm careful about. So I don't eat nuts. I don't eat popcorn. I don't eat corn. And, those things that some people still will eat. But like I said, they're experienced and they know exactly what they're doing. And it is very important to chew your food, chew your food, chew your food before swallowing. So that's the quick version of how I care for my stoma. Any problems that I would have, I would reach out to medical. I don't have to see my stoma nurse for another year unless I have some problems. Now, for those of you who know more about it, who have more experience, have more tips and tricks, please put them in the comment. Let us know. We would love to hear from you. We would love to learn from you and love to hear what you have to share. All information can be good information. And we always, before we do anything, we always check with our physicians and wound and ostomy care nurses before we do anything. Meanwhile, I want to thank you all for watching. I'm going to encourage you to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any other video. And please feel free to ask any questions or share any information that you have.